Okay, this is Josh Lackey with Billy's Transmissions of High Point, NC, and we're back again with another how-to video on a 2008 smart car Fortwo, and we've kind of walked into a mess at this point, but we're doing a stereo swap for this vehicle, and you're kind of coming in halfway because we've already pulled the old radio out. But what I'm going to do is just show you a quick video of how this all goes back together. Right now what we've got is we've taken these wires here that were going to the original stereo, which was a Sony, and what we're doing is we're going to be pulling that out and we're going to be swapping it for a Pioneer. This is a DEH-X3600UI. Anyway, this radio, we got this radio used. We're going to be swapping it out, and it was already set up for another vehicle. I don't know what this fits, but what we're going to have to do is cut these wires and then mate them back up with what is coming out of the smart car. So I'm going to have to do some wiring. And all this is a smart car adapter for the Smart Fortwo. And so we're just going to push in these tabs and pull these two connectors out, and it just plugs and play. This smart car has an aftermarket factory rear speakers installed, so somebody has already direct wired the rear speakers in. So all we have to do is figure out, based off the colors, and it even says on the wires here, left rear speaker, and then the other one is left right speaker. So it shows us where we just have to direct wire those in. But we're going to go ahead and do that now. I'll skip to the finished product at that point, and we'll come back and show you how it all goes back together. Okay, so I just want to show you guys what I'm doing here. I don't really like butt connectors because for me they always seem to come loose. So what I actually do is I take two wires. So let's see here, let's grab the purple. Well, shoot, let's just grab the green. I just want to show you guys what I'm doing. But basically what I do is I take these two wires, I get the heat shrink tubing, and then we slide that over one, right? And then what I'll do is just connect these two together, twist them up like this, right? And then we'll fold one over, then slide the heat shrink tubing over to hide it, and then we'll heat it up, and it'll come out like this yellow wire right here. Okay, so now you can see that I've finished connecting all the wires together. Just went together color coded. Looks very professional actually. Yeah, everything looks good. All I've got to do now is just you know, maybe if I want, I can leave it like this, or probably just going to put some zip ties around this just to kind of keep it, you know, together like that. But everything looks really good, and all we got to do now is just go ahead and make our connections. We're gonna connect the adapter. Okay, so I was, you know, I had this all, you know, in there and hooked up, and then my issue, I'll show you guys real quick what my issue was. So the way that this works is you have these little brackets right here that fit on the side, right? And so if you look at this side over here, you have this bracket right here, okay, and it has a recess right in there like a stopper, and so it fits on here just like so, and then it stops right here, and then you take 2 little screws, put a screw here and put a screw there to hold this in place. And this is kind of like a bracket that holds it inside of here, so it kind of, you know, clips in there like that, you know, and so the radio's in there like that. But if you see, when I have this bracket on there, the radio is kind of recessed down in here, and you'll see it's kind of like, it's not flush. And so I wanted to get it flush. You know, if I take this off, it will slide through, you know, it will slide through, and I can get it flush, like right there, get it to stick out a little bit. It looks a little bit better that way. But with this bracket on here, it stops it, and all I need is just a little bit of room. So what I did, if you look at this one, I've already cut it, you know. So you see this one right here, I cut right there and came on down, and then, you know, just enough for the radio so that it can slide all the way down and still be flush on this side, so it'll fit in there. This one I have not done yet. It stops right here, so as soon as I slide it back, it won't go no further. And that 1 centimeter or 2 is just enough to get me flush with the faceplate. This is a Metra faceplate, by the way. So all I did was to get this cut right inside here, all I did was take a you know, retractable razor knife, and just, you know, I notched here, and then I notched here, and then I just kept, you know, razoring it back and forth until, you know, that little centimeter or 2 of plastic broke off there. And then now I can get it on here, and I can slide this radio in and out as far as I desire. You know, just put the bolts in here, and I can get it flush. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and notch this piece out too, and then we'll see if we can't get this radio in there and get it flush and get it hooked up and looking real good. Alright, so I've got both of them on the little adapters in place. That one's in place. And the way that this works is you just, you know, here's the, you know, the Metra kit, and it just slides in here, and it will clip. You just press it in and it's clipped. Okay, so now it's in, and then you get your you know, finishing faceplate here, and this will also just clip in and snap. Okay. All right, so now the radio is much more flush, and I still have adjusting room. I could still push it forward some more, and I can get it even more flush, or to where it sticks out a little bit. And then all we do is hook up our connections. Just hooking up the adapter and then the antenna. And then the way that this goes is you just slide all this in place. Everything lines up just like that. You've got 4 screws, and it's going to be a T25. So what we'll do is just, you got one here, put that in there, line it up the way that you want it. There's that. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. Get all this out of the way. And then you have your plastic shield. There's 2 little clips. If you look, I've got actually 3 clips. Clip here, clip there, and then there will be a bolt or another Torx nut or Torx screw on the bottom. We're going to just put this up here into the clips. It clips in pretty easy. Everything's pretty good, just like that. Slide this in place. Got your last Torx screw, and it actually, that's why I have this pulled out, it actually slides right down in here. You want to be very careful because when I took this apart, it's going to be hard to see and get to. When I took this apart, it fell down in this hole and I had to reach down in there with a small magnet. Okay, got it. And then it's hard to see. It's up in there. I'm kind of going in blind now. Okay, that's tight, so this won't slide out now. And then, same thing here. You've got a clip here and a clip here, and you know, route your wire, and then it just snaps in. So that's good to go. Now we can test the radio. It actually looks pretty good. I'll zoom in for you. Looks pretty good. Matches the car real well. Now let's turn it on. Sounds pretty good. I do have a blown speaker on the right side, so what we're going to do is I'll be doing another video later to show you guys how to replace that. You actually have to pull the door panels off from the outside of the vehicle. It's kind of tricky, but not too hard. If you guys like this video, rate it, send questions or comments. Again, this is Josh at Billy's Transmissions of High Point, NC. And till next time.